Hello, everyone. My name is Sung Park. Today is Wednesday, October 12th, and these are my credentials. And here's my quick update on AddPicto for this week. I'm just going to share my screen. All right, so in this update, I'm going to just move this over. I'm going to be talking about updates to the infographics, and I'll share with you what's currently live versus what we're working on. So I'm going to click on add-ons and click on the live version. And for the live version, the per rows, per columns is live, and the unique infographic icons are also live. And now I'll explain what that means. So I'm going to go to a blank screen here. I'm going to click on infographics. I'm just going to select any icon, like, oh, I don't know, let's do this house. And so let's say I want to do like 3 or 3.5, which is kind of neat. But let's say you want to make it 10 out of 3.5. So I've changed the icon number to 10, and I've entered in the data of 3.5. So now when I insert this infographic, what it should show is that 3 out of 5 out of 10 is highlighted in the blue. Nice so. But as you can see, this is kind of long, right? It fills up that whole height. So what you can do now is here it says icons per column. You could change the default of 1 to 2. Now, when I insert this infographic, it's no longer the height of 10 icons. It's going to have a height of 5 icons, mainly because now there's 2 icons per column. So the data is still the same. It still shows that 3.5 houses is highlighted. It still shows 10 house icons, but now it's a lot shorter. Now, some of the other kind of neat things, again, I'm biased, I think it's neat, is just that, obviously you could change the direction. You can also change the style from, the pie style, the bar style to the reversed pie style. Let's use the reverse pie, and let's make this 3.75 so that we can see that pie a little bit better. But then again, in here, I could actually enter in, let's say 7. I'm going to have it pointing up so that it just matches. And now when I insert this, you will see that now there's 2 columns. Each column has 2 icons per column. In the first column, you'll see that 3.5 out of 10 house icons is highlighted. And then 7 in the second column, 7 out of 10 icons is highlighted in that orange. But let's say you don't want to show, these colors or these, default colors of the icon. Well, that's easy. You could just change this first off to auto. And then after that, you can just click on the color of the default set, the default icon, and change the opacity to 0. And now what you'll see in the preview is that it only shows the icons with data in it. So now I can select this previous infographic that I had inserted into my Google Slides, select it and click Insert Info. And what that will do is update that infographic with the newly edited infographic that I just created, like so. Now you can see that only 3.5 icons is shown and 7 icons is shown. So that is one of the enhancements that is currently live. So the other thing I wanted to show you was, and I'm just going to reset this to 0 for now, like so. And I'm going to change this default color like so. Great. So I'm going to go to the infographics and click on this thing called unique infographic icons. When I select it, you'll see only one thing. Don't worry, we'll be adding more unique infographic icons in the future. Mainly, we've been working on the functionality, but here is how that works. So as you can see, you'll see this default icon. And let's make sure that this is at 100%. Okay. You know what? I'm just going to relaunch this thing. Relaunch it. Click on infographics. Under the little drop down here, this little arrow, I'm going to select the unique infographic icon. I'm going to select this stopwatch. And let me just get rid of all of this for now and insert this without any data. And what you will see is there is a vector shape that looks like a stopwatch the outside is this dark gray, and the inside is that default color. Now, if I were to change this data to, let's say, 0.25, you'll see that, oh, I did it on the green. Yeah, why not? So you'll see about 25% of the circle is now green. That's filled as a bar, and that's because the style is set to a bar. If I change the directions, you can see that the direction changes. But for this particular infographic, that doesn't make a lot of sense. So I'm going to choose the pie. And now, if I were to insert, I'm going to move this over here, and then I'm going to insert this infographics. It's going to be a little bit more meaningful. So I'm just going to reduce the size of it. And let's make sure that the size matches. Great. And I'm going to put this side by side. And you can see now that this one is with no data, and this one does have data. And you can see that potentially you could use this to say that, whatever the thing is 15 minutes or 15 seconds. In fact, let me just delete this again. Or you may say that this is what, 1.1. And let's change this direction and insert. And now I've just created two different sets of this unique infographic icon. One that's orange, that's got a data set of 1.1. So one full icon is filled, and 10% of the second is filled. And then this particular one that's in green is 0.25, or 25% of that is filled. So that is what's currently live. So let's talk about, I'm going to close this, and I'm going to launch our production. So this is what we're working on currently. And that is for the infographics again, under the unique infographic icons. We are working on a version of what you just saw for hanging images. So in this example here, we've got a bottle. So now when I entered in, I don't know, let's say like 0.4 or 0.5, and then I insert that, you will see that it's actually a transparent paint image with half of that bottle filled in that color blue. Like so. And let's say, you want to have another 0.1 in orange and 0.2 in red. And I've got this particular infographic selected. And then I'm going to say insert info. We're just going to then replace this infographic. And now, instead of just having 50% blue of that bottle highlighted, now we have a color of 50% blue, 10% in that orange, and 20% in that red. Let's say you wanted to have more than that. I don't know. Let's say I'm going to get rid of all of this for now. I'm going to have the direction to be pointing right. And then let's say for the blue, I want 2. And for the orange, I want 4.5. And I'm going to then insert. And what you will see is now, I'm just going to get rid of some of this stuff so that we can see this better. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to put this over here. I'm going to put this over here. Great. So in this version, what I had done was entered in different data into a single column. And in this particular one, there is 2 columns with different sets of data. And you can see because of that, now there's one, which is 2 out of 5 is filled. And the second, which is 4.5 out of 5 is filled. So that's kind of what we're working on, but we're not quite happy with how this looks. You can see that there's like this kind of whitish thing. And so what we're hoping to do is have more of this of an effect. So what we're hoping to do is apply the screen filter on the actual image itself. So imagine this is the default image and you were to enter in 1.25. What we want is this effect. So that's what we're working on. We're hoping, fingers crossed, to have this ready by this Friday. And by next week, it will be live. But we'll see. But that's my update for this week. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I will talk to you next time. All righty. Have a good one. Bye.